And the fact that nobody...
capture card brightness up, but I can't be bothered right now, so I'm just going to leave it.
It's not too dark.
Oh, we're live, I think. Hello again. We're back. Good lord. That was quick. Yeah, so we're back with MGS2 this time. I'm actually good at MGS2, believe it or not. And Iridescence knows this run better than MGS1, so his commentary will be much improved.
Because
really
because I do this run.
Yeah, you're extreme as a pain in the ass.
I do this run up to Fat Man. After that, I don't do this run.
So yeah, we'll get into it. I'm using the Japanese version. One, it's faster, and two, my PAL disk has been a bit of a shit. So we're gonna load a save. The reason we're loading a save is there's a cutscene we can skip later on. So
you legitimately you have no practice saves.
I do on PAL. European Extreme. Radar off, because who needs a radar? And the timer will start when I hit not game over or discovered for Strizer when he's watching. So 3, 2, 1, go. So just like MGS1 before it, there's a lot of cutscenes to skip at the start here in Codex. As I did mention during the MGS1 run, in case you didn't catch it, the what do you call it? Cutscenes and what have you will oh god, I can't speak English. The cutscenes I can't hold X to skip them. I have to hold I have to mash X, but I can auto scroll the codex, so that's nice at least.
Yeah, you can kind of half mash through, like with the codex you have to double tap triangle. If you single tap, it pauses the codec, and yeah. So the first start of this game is Tanker. If you've played this game, they can hear me. I'll just speak less. So the first part of this game is Tanker. The only part you play is Snake. So he messed up the roll there. You can do a bit of a damage avoidance by rolling. It gives you a couple of iframes. But yeah, there's a couple of ways you can do that. That way is faster if you do avoid the damage. If you take the damage, it's about the same. Or Raichu, you were too far away, friendo. Didn't hold him up.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just have to play it safe up in Dex C.
Yeah, Dex C's gonna be annoying. So we just hold this guy up and run past. The crew room. So we're gonna go. No, it is Dex. No, Dex C is camera room. So you just run past this camera. Do much.
So I won't be doing the usual strat here because I have no health left. If I get shot, I'll die. So I'll just take it safe.
So he has to sleep this guard here real quick. So you just run and roll through him, instantly knocks him out. You'll get past this guard and this guy will be turned away. You are slow enough for him to turn around, and so we'll get up to the deck, which will bring us to our first boss, Olga. One of two things can happen with Olga. She can either run to the left at the very start when we're able to loop her and she will not be able to fight back, or she will run...
I have headphones in so I can't hear you, alright? Just because I need... listen to all of it.
Yeah, all good. Or she will run forward, and we will have to take her out the traditional way. So we'll see real quick. Okay, she ran left. So what Raichu's going to do is going to pull up against this wall. She's going to see him. There it is. Do you see that exclamation mark? Now he's going to pre-aim there, and she's going to get stuck in a reload animation. And so Raichu's just going to put a couple of tranks into her head, and that's the first boss.
Beautiful. That's really clean, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that was a perfect Olga.
Yeah, because she also didn't do the bullshit long way around to the tarp. She went the fast way.
Or my personal favorite, where she teleports from the left all the way back up behind the pallet, because she can do that.
Because when she's going back to the tarp, she can decide to go the long way around. But if she runs from the box straight to the tarp, that's a little bit fast.
Yeah, and so a few key things about Metal Gear Solid. First one is you want to try and always do your menu whilst you're doing a roll. Raichu kind of accidentally rolled a bit too far away from the stairs there. So he did fall down. Snake can roll down stairs as long as his landing animation is on a solid surface. Now he's going to do so he's going to do a variation of some strat. Some people do that a different way. That way is a bit quicker, where you get the guard's attention. It's also exactly more dangerous. So an element of this game is you will not get the alert as long as you cross a load zone before the alert actually goes through.
Yeah, and if you hear a wire crossing the load zone, that's still an alert. Also, I'm going to say right now, when I get the guard rush, I'll have headphones back in because I need to listen to the guard rush properly.
That's fine. Oh, I can explain this game without.
Just if you're trying to ask me a question while I'm doing it, I won't answer you because I won't be able to hear.
Yeah, that's alright. So, this engine room, you cannot fail this. If you fail this, the whole guard pattern will change for your next attempt. And it's basically a reset. And usually I would reset here because it's so early into the run. But it looks like Raichung's going to get fast engine room here. 1, 2, bonk. So he's going to fall asleep. And he rolled to avoid getting seen by the next guard. He'll just be able to walk up the stairs. And he'll be chilling here. Get the shot, run past whilst he turns around. Get a caution here to avoid a cutscene. And we take out the little computers to get past the lasers.
I'm actually really glad I got fast engine room because it's a really cool strat to show off.
And it's super difficult to do. It looks easy, but it is not easy to do.
Like that roll you see me do on the stairs, that has to be perfect. There is no room for error.
Yep,
Usually on English I'd use an audio cue here for this shot, but I have to use visual on Japanese and I screwed up the shot twice. Talking about it and I fucked it up.
That's alright, you can just pick up backup ammo. You have enough to do guard rush, but you won't have enough to do your hold 2 strap if you don't pick it up. So, Raichung does. So what we do there is we do a bit of a punch buffer. Different players will do that buffer differently. For instance, I do it with just one 2 punch kick combo. Raichung does it with 4 punches. Some people don't even use a buffer. They just listen.
Right,
but Raichung's gonna pick. So Raichung's gonna pick up the M9 bullets here, because this part is actually significantly easier to do with. Like, even though we want to kill as minimal people as possible to hold a big boss rank, we also this is easier to do with an M9. So Raichung's gonna sleep everybody that pops out, and there'll be a total of 11 people. The last 3 people he will shoot in the head with a lethal gun, which is these last 3 people. But if you kill them fast enough, they won't actually count to your kill count. Oh, Raichung.
Unfortunate. I missed the last 3 shots. I got them with the M9.
That's alright, you didn't die. You didn't die. That was a perfect card rush, except for the last 3. You just didn't fire the SOCOM. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, sometimes Snake just won't fire it. He's a dick.
Yeah, that's not it. That I would believe. So here we're going to be introduced to one of 2 glitches in the game. We do this once and once only. We call it ladder skip. This is pretty easy. You didn't equip the camera. Oh no, Raichung.
That's fine, doesn't matter. The way I do it, I do have one chance to mount the ladder without the camera.
Oh, you do your ladder glitch different to me. So you latch down, you gotta flick to the left to shoot that guy. Snake will not auto aim onto the Marines because they're not programmed as hostiles. So you kind of need to manually make Snake look at him. And if you miss that shot, you will get an instant game over. Getting seen in these holes is an instant game over. There is no escaping.
Because as you saw, I did turn not game over on site off, or game over off discovered off, but it doesn't count for this room.
Yeah, even on very easy, getting seen will get you instantly game overed. So here we're going to be taking 4 photos. You're supposed to do it from 4 different places. Raichung will do it from 2. We don't know why this works. We actually don't have any clue why this works. But you're supposed to take one from the front, left, middle, front, right, and a picture of a logo on Ray's back. But we can just do that, and the game's like, yeah, you tried, Snake, so we'll give it to you.
The safer spot is doing 3, and I got them all, so it doesn't matter.
I normally do 3.
That was actually a really good tanker.
Yeah, that was a nice tanker. So, Snake is gonna go swimming with the fishes along with this whole boat. and
You're going down,
Big-
Snake, with this tanker.
you're going down with this tanker. But okay, so the tanker spills a lot of oil everywhere, and to clean up the oil, we have a gigantic facility called the Big Shell. Big Shell, it's filtering the oil. Oh my god, Raichu, you
I don't know what happened. I pressed the D-pad left or right to go to no, but it like double tapped and went back to yes.
it double taps. That's the hardest part of this whole run is accidentally is like avoiding automatic please save prompts.
Yeah, because you mentioned
And
about not having saves. There's two reasons for that. That's the first reason, because if I have loads of saves, it takes ages to open up. And the second reason is on Japanese, all the location names are in Japanese, so I won't be able to see what the save says. So I can't have practice saves on Japanese.
Well, you can just order them.
Well,
So yeah,
yeah.
that's what I do. I just have them ordered a certain way so that it would be chronological to where you get to in the game. But
Well, that's what PAL is for. That way, if I have the save boss, I don't lose as much time from it.
yeah, true. So we're gonna be doing movement for this game. Oh, the door did not open. I hate it when that happens.
So,
So movement for this game, on Raiden, and this works for Raiden only. We'll be trying to do as many of these flips or these cartwheels, these rolls, these aerials. I've been told like 10 ways to say it. It's slightly far.
To be honest,
Call them
it's
what?
just easier, I think. But it's whatever you want it to be.
Nationality Ireland. I left mine as Japanese for my. And so it is slightly faster to roll as many places as long as you don't have to go around a corner. It's the best roll. So we're going to be introduced to what the quick knockout punch, also known as just donkey punching some dude right in the nads. Punching a guy in the nads will instantly knock him out. So that's what Raichu's going to do to this first guy here. Oh no, he's not. Oh yes, he is. He's going to do the choke and then punch him. You can punch him in the nuts from behind. Don't ask me how that works. So he wants to hear the audio cue of being like seen from a distance to get that guard to go check on the guy knocked out. You can just run around behind him pretty peacefully here. And the elevator will come down safely.
You can if you want, if you feel brave, punch him without choking him, but that's for multi.
That's hard. Punching a guard from behind in the nads is super difficult to do without having them bend over after the choking animation. And it doesn't cost any time, at least in this part it doesn't.
No, because it's not a scroller. And I mean, it's not worth it on a marathon to do stupid things like that. Because I mean, it's if you get it, you're getting kicked. You're probably going to get an alert if you're not careful.
Yeah, and that kills big boss runs.
You don't survive an alert down here. Because
is this still Big Boss? Yeah, it is.
Yes. Because of that epic guard, I'm still in shock about that guard rush. That was
you saved that real well. I was like, oh no, Raichu, but they also just for some reason stood there and didn't shoot you.
They did shoot me once or twice, but I had full health from engine room.
You didn't get shot by the guy.
If I didn't get fast engine room, I would have died. And honestly, if I didn't get fast engine room, I probably would have played it safe there anyway and stood at the back and shot him in the head. But it does that sometimes with this with the USP. It doesn't fire off the shot. I don't know why.
I've had that happen.
It happens at old sometimes as well, and I don't get the loop because of it. And it's like, can you not?
Oh, you go the opposite way to me. Which way you go, doesn't really make a difference for your first pass through that bridge. It does on the way back.
It actually does make a difference because the guard on the left has a shorter call out if he sees you.
Oh, you mean I just knock him off?
The guard on the right side has a shorter call out. If he sees you as you're entering strut B, you will get another if you're not careful. That's why we take the right path on Euro Extreme, and only on Euro Extreme. On everything else, you go left.
I take left path.
Yeah, Python
on Euro Extreme.
You try telling me it's different. It's not. It's
pretty sure it's
different. It's wrong.
I feel like that for actual time, providing right.
First time I did it, I got an alert and lost Big Boss. I was like, God damn it.
Alright, so we just met Totally Not Snake.
That's not Snake.
It's not Snake, that's Pliskin. If you haven't seen the movie Escape from New York, you should go watch it, then you'll get the reference. But for those who do that's snake. Let's be.
Let's get down to brass tacks.
We're just gonna spoil like the game, like just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, we have to tell you the plot because you're not going to see it.
Yeah, we skipped the plot. Story's not fun.
Also, this is the cutscenes. These little bomb tutorials. This is why we run New Game Plus Plus.
You know
You
what?
need New Game Plus to skip it, and New Game Plus Plus puts the struck D bombs back in their original locations.
Exactly right. Also, fun fact: did you know, Raichu, that you don't have to actually have a plant clear to skip this cutscene? You just have to have a tank save.
Seriously?
Yep, that's what I have on PC. I do not have a single Euro Extreme plant clear save, and I accidentally deleted all my very easy ones. And you can still skip this cutscene.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Either that or the game remembers that I've cleared the game before, but I don't load it. I only load a tanker clear save.
Maybe. That's weird.
And also Ryan still has his sunglasses, so pay for that. So we do go the intended order for this. We're gonna shoot to distract the guard who's in the right-hand corner. But we do go by the intended order on Euro Extreme. It is faster. We will take down this cipher. It takes 3 shots. Raichu 4 doesn't.
I usually end up shooting 4 just for safety in case I missed one.
Also, so with Strut B, this is gonna remain empty except for that small cutscene about. So you can just defuse this for free.
No, there's 2 guards in this room.
Oh yeah, but they're both downstairs.
No, one's up. They're both upstairs, but they're not looking at me. They're on their patrol around, so they don't notice me. On my second pass, I can't actually roll through that room, or I'll get seen.
So fun fact.
The hard way.
Fun fact. I've only ever run Euro Extreme without a radar, so I don't actually know there's 2 guys there. And off the bridge he goes. That counts as an accident, so that does not ruin your big boss.
The only time a kill will count if you knock someone over is if you can still see the body. If they fall into, like, in the engine room, for example, if they fall into the endless pit down below, it won't count as a kill. But if I knock them over a set of stairs and they fall to their death, and, like, I see the body, that's a kill.
Yeah, that's a kill. So there's one guard up here. You can just hold him up and then... And there's a bomb over here.
I'm playing it a little bit safe, I think.
Yeah, you can roll into him and defuse, but you do run the risk of getting caught. So you pick up these chaff grenades. You'll need it for a distraction in the next room where the second bomb for Strut A is. So the idea is that Raichu will throw it into the corner. He'll get distracted, look at it, perfect. And you just run past him and go about your business of defusing this bomb. That little strat that you saw Raichu do is called coolant rising. You're too far away, I think. Yeah. Oh my, Raichu. This bomb you can defuse through a wall, but you have to be
bomb is the position you have to be in to defuse it on Euro Extreme, and is completely different than on normal, which is
fun fact. It's easier on Euro Extreme.
Yeah, it is, but it's different, and that's what I tend to be used to. So, because I used to run normal. I've ran this game for nearly a year, or more than a year and a half now. But like the majority of that was all normal, and some very easy. I've only run Euro Extreme for about 2 or 3 months, I think.
So with third chaff here to blow up, that'll blow up before that camera causes an alert. You just run through into Strut F. Strut F, this is hell. Welcome to hell. This strut will kill runs so often that it's not funny. It took me a whole day to learn just this strut one. I don't know how to play this game. So you'll hold that guy up. He'll fall asleep before he calls again. So you'll drop down here. You'll defuse the bomb. Now there are 3 ways you can get out here. You can be quick enough and you can just run between these 2 guards when they're looking back, like they have their back turned. You can sleep them, or you can do a swag roll across the thing, which Raichu can do. You can roll across.
Not single segment. I told you that already. Don't ever do that in single segment because you'll die. You won't make it out of there alive. Also, you can't do it on Euro Extreme. You have to.
No, I mean not the swag roll over to the stun grenades. You can just roll off the Just roll off of the boxes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't do that on your extreme because you have to position yourself too far the other direction. What
Oh, so
direction is it? Yeah, whatever.
this bridge has mines. That's why you saw Raichu take what looks like a less than optimal path. Those mines have janky hitboxes. They will sometimes change. Now, this room involves you taking out every guard and every camera. So you'll take out that guard, 2 cameras. The one remaining guard who's at the back apparently is deaf. He can't hear gunfire from that far away. Pick up the box, crawl underneath, and why this last dude... Oh, Raichu.
I just got turned around. Listen, I got under there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did it backwards, and this guy won't see you. You can stand right behind him, and the bomb is going to be on an upcoming metal box. Here it comes. There you go, and Raichu defused it.
For that guard that I'm not... I have to knock him into the corner, and that is imperative.
By imperative, it means you save half a second on the way.
Half a second is imperative, because if you lose that time on the way back down from stepping over his body, you won't get through.
They will wake up. So the timing for getting the first bomb and the bomb on the roof underneath the Harrier is just enough time.
In general, really, you haven't got much time to waste.
Yeah, even this movement. Yeah, even this movement here has to be pretty precise. Otherwise, on the way back, you will get seen.
And I got a perfect roof.
So you got a perfect roof. So yeah, okay, he just saw you. Roll through him. Yeah, so basically what happens is if you are a tad too slow, that first guard, instead of getting suspicious, will outright see you.
I'm gonna go to MGS2.
Whatever helps Raichu sleep. But so Rose will call you on the way back down here. She will intermittently call you throughout the game for no reason at all. See, these guys get up, and you will hold that guy up and roll past. And away you go. If you...
Second to last.
If you mess up the way, like, if that getting him into the corner you mess up, they will turn around and see you. This guy will get, like, but we'll just pass for his existence. Go straight into Strut D. Strut D has 3 bombs in it. Luckily, on New Game Plus Plus, the first one is right above you. So it's pretty...
Take that movement like I took it towards the node or
the guy will see you and he'll come running.
And it's not the biggest in the world, but it means you have to deal with an extra guard you shouldn't have to deal with. So.
Yep. So this guy will like not see you. You can roll through him for safety, like thing, but you also like hit him in the foot with this, and he will fall asleep eventually. And Raichu will sleep 3 guards.
Oh my god, would you go to sleep?
Oh, this guy can be a pain because there's annoying travel time. Alright, you hit him. There we go. So, knock him out. 3 guards are now down. There'll be 1 more up on the roof. You can shoot him in the leg twice.
This shifty is less optimal than I'd like, but it'll do.
Pick up the backup bullets there, and the last bomb is in this little hot hatch thing. Like, the main thing is there's no continue. Oh, that guy woke up.
That doesn't matter, because he's not going to be paying any attention to me. And even if he does, I can just shoot him.
Did he wake up because you hit him with the spray in the foot? I think he did.
Yeah, the spray wakes him up. So if you're hearing the commander, like, why are you late with your status report, your Strut D wasn't great. That's fine. I don't know why I'm in the box as well. Right in play. Oh, what the fuck? He took it off?
Yeah, he takes it off when he goes. When you get this cutscene for the camera, he takes the box off. So
shoot that video just to save Big Boss a little longer.
Yeah. So what you do? What you do with the box is, if a guard cannot see Raiden's hitbox, he won't shoot. So jumping into the box will hide your hitbox, and so they won't shoot at you. And he gets scared and run away. If you mess that up, he will run down the stairs, in which case he will shoot you when you run past. So that's the last bomb. So that's the route, the ring of bomb defusal down. Next up, we have one last... Oops, surprise, guess what? Defusing all those bombs makes another bomb active, but you don't know that yet until you go out this door. where you'll get another call from Stillman.
Damn, that was it. What's going on?
So Stillman, who pretended to be a cripple from a church that blew up, really isn't a cripple. And Raichu will waste the last of his SOCOM ammo here as well.
We get an F in chat for Stillman. Because he's gonna die so.
Yeah. He's gonna go kaboom. Actually, for once you didn't have anything to do with it.
Actually, it was Bliskin that had all to do. He's the one who defused his last bomb.
Hey, I just rolled through that guy.
Oh, sweet Jesus. That gives me sweats. That gives me bearer sweats.
What, me rolling through the guy? I hit him with a trike and then rolled through him.
Alright. Second chap not here, you know.
Sorry?
There's a second guy not here, him being rolled into, no?
No.
Oh, interesting.
And even if it does, you will get out of the you can get out of the strut before he calls for a caution anyhow.
Alright.
So yeah, we go back to where we started the game. Luckily, the backtracking in this game is kind of okay because your whole game is set in a literal big circle.
Yeah.
So you kind of just work your way the quickest way around the struts. There's a codec call here. That you're gonna hear a kaboom, and that is the end of Stillman. Goodbye, adios. There he goes. Oh, actually, you don't hear the kaboom. You just see his portrait go all fuzzy.
Like the backtracking in this game isn't too bad.
Fun fact. Do you know if the game cannot find the portrait file for a codec character? Did you just accidentally crease lay down crack roll? Yeah, you did. If the game.
Or you riding lies down.
Yeah.
Snake as well.
So anyway, if the game cannot find a portrait for a codec, it will just by default use the pixelated one. Yeah, we figured that out when I tried to get this game to run on the PS3 emulator. For some reason, Snake and Raiden's portraits don't work, so it just replaces them with the no signal found pixelation thing. So next up, next up is Fortune. She is a boss that you can't kill. So this is a complete auto scroller. And this is where we abuse our friend iframes. So you just pop out and pretend to shoot. You have no bullets, so it doesn't even matter. Whilst you're in that pop out animation, she cannot hit you. So she'll shoot 4 shots, and then you have to iframe pretty quickly, because she shoots that 3rd shot. And you'll come here and you'll just continue your iframes until this ends. This is relatively easy to do. It's not too bad. It takes a little bit of practice, but...
definitely takes practice.
I mean, the iframes are pretty lenient. It's not too bad. Now Raichu will last 5 shots. Or 5 cycles, should I say. Is it 5? Yep, 5. She'll reload, and then she'll do 1 real quick. And she'll do 3 cycles, and she'll get angry. 4? I can't count, Raichu. It's 6. Oh, it's 5. Now you go pick up the SOCOM ammo.
At the start, it's 8 shots. You move over 2 shots. 10 because the elevator cuts in. Then 5 a reload, then 6.
There you go, Raichu actually count.
I played this game too much.
Alright, so now we've just got a call from Fat Man. He's put another bomb somewhere. We know where. It's up where the Harrier was. But he really just wants... Yeah, the Harrier's taken off. But basically, he just wants to come and have some wine with us. That's all Fat Man is, some wine.
That's Fat Man's only purpose in life, plant bombs.
Plant bombs and drink wine. Okay, so Raichu rolled through that guy for a bit of safety. It's not really compulsory, but...
No, I like to roll him into the office cubicles because I feel like a...
Get back to work.
We have a boss, like, get back to work.
Get back to work. Alright, so we're gonna visit Strut. This Strut. Oh, that guy's...
Easy.
Alright, cool, we beat him out the door. So we're gonna get to EF. Again, EF is run killer. If you got to be super quick, or that stupid cipher will turn around and see you.
But the real run killer is about to come up here. This bloody shot on the to distract this guard. This is where I lose big boss more often than not.
That or AK shot.
Still big boss. Very nice.
There we go. So we still got big boss. And so we're gonna go up the stairs. We're gonna go meet Fatty.
Yeah.
Fun fact, there is a quote that he says, depending on what version of the game you're running, if you run the PAL or a US version, he will yell out, "Who's a fathead now?" On Japanese, he just kind of yells out, "Haha, fat head," and it sounds significantly more funny.
Fat head. If I had lost big boss already, I probably would just roll off just so you can hear it, but I'm not going to do that. So
Big boss is what we aim for on your extreme. So what we're going to do is going to defuse the first bomb, then Raichu's going to run back to the heliport and shoot his roller skates and knock him over and put a bullet into his head, quickly defuse the bomb behind him. Now he's going to swap out, shoot the second shot. He's going to swap out to the SOCOM? No.
pause for a second.
I forgot.
Because I can't hear him if he's not beside me, so.
Yeah, that's alright. So, anyway, the base idea of this is you want to keep him knocked down. Now, we don't want him to plant any more bombs, so Raichu's going to chase him around, put 6 shots into him, and then 2 tranquilizer shots, and then we just chase him around, basically. Oh, he missed one. That's okay. If you can keep him on the edge, it's pretty safe. You go pick up those safety SOCOM bullets. Put the next round into him. Okay, he's going back towards the heliport, which is great. And we just keep this going and stop him from planting any more bombs because bombs are not fun. Alright, that's the good fat man. Down he goes.
That was near perfect, in fact. I only missed one headshot.
Yeah. So now he tells us he's planted the biggest bomb of them all. Guess what? It's underneath him.
Big man, big bomb, eh? Like this.
You know what they say about a you know what they say about a big socks, right? Big bomb. That was a terrible joke. Alright, so we've taken care of the Bomberman. We're gonna meet a familiar face from MGS1. But it's not actually him.
You died.
It's not actually him.
There's so many good cutscenes in this game, dude, honestly.
Yeah, exactly right. So now, this game does not have much RNG involved in it, to be completely honest. But Ames is the one part of RNG, and you can kind of jip it. What time is it where you are right now, Raichu?
4:30.
In the afternoon?
Ames has nothing to do with the internal clock on your PS3. That's what type of hostage room you get. Whether you get like all women.
Yeah. No, exactly. I was gonna see if we could get like all Jennifers.
Jennifer's, I think, is around midnight.
It's 11. It's 11 till midnight. And then you can get all old men though at this time if you've gone quick enough. All right, the most satisfying menu in the game.
Ames is determined when you trigger the cutscene on B1 for the retinal scanner. I think that's as close as I managed to narrow it down. Anyway.
I mean, it doesn't really. Like where it determines, it doesn't matter. It's essentially. So we're gonna do the same strat. We're gonna run out here. We're gonna go back across the minefield bridge for the third last time. No, we have to go a bunch more because I forgot. This is not very easy, so you have to wait for that guy to move. And we run this way. Shoot that cipher. We have to go pick up an AK to complete our disguise for the Shell 1 core, and for that we need the AK. And so what Raichu will do, he'll buffer his movement, roll down the stairs. Now he'll do one distraction shot here. If he gets it, very nice, Raichu. He can pick up the AK and that dude will just stare at the wall. Numb nut.
Yeah, it's a fucking idiot. I love that. He just goes. He's not only is he looking at that wall, but he has to go closer. Just for a closer look.
He has to go see the dent in the wall. So now we can go into the core here. Roll across this bridge. Now, we don't need to roll the first time. However, on the way back, we do need to roll to leave. You don't even need those bullets, right? You?
I do. I need it for the ciphers when I come back.
Oh, true. So, essentially, you leave a bridge to roll across for when you come back for the last time. Let me just run straight through here. You can do one roll. That's the extent. You can do one roll in this top part. Trigger this part here and go into the elevator. And we go down to pick up. Are you gonna do your swag roll, Raichu?
No, because getting a caution is harder on Euro Extreme. It's more risky, like, so it's not worth doing.
So Raichu will sleep that guard, so he can roll down that hallway with that. Choose now. That movement between those two guards is uber tight. If you bump one of them, your disguise gets ripped off, and they will cause an. You're pretty much Scrooged. You're not gonna get out of here alive, and plus you lose Big Boss. And right now, to hold Big Boss up to this point, pretty good.
In a marathon, especially.
Yeah, exactly right. So now we're gonna go up, and we're gonna go into the Ames room. If you don't get first time iris scanner, I'm gonna be, because I'm the only person who seems to be able to distance. Yeah. Pick up the stun grenades.
Oh my lord.
Oh no, Raichu. Raichu, pull out your gun and hold him. Okay, you saved it. I've lost runs to accidentally throwing that guy.
I've never accidentally thrown him in my life. It was the first time for everything, I suppose. That's one thing about speedrun. You come across these ridiculous things that you'd never usually carry on with.
Alright, so Raichu, in my run that crashed today, I got God aimed, so hopefully my luck goes on to you.
It's not God aimed.
Oh, I can't tell. I'm behind you.
Yeah, he was on the last row of hostages at the far.
Oh, that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. It's in the first line, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, pretty. Because then that first like line down, you're pretty good. But God aims is like he's the
first guy. He's the first or second guy because you don't have to like. There's no difference in your movement if he's first or second. So Amy's going to tell us a little bit about the president, and then guess what? Ames is going to have a heart attack. But this time he legitimately has a heart attack because he has a pace. He has a heart. This is. We're gonna quickly equip. Oh, you did the thing that I do, mashing.
That puts you nothing for a second.
So one thing you can do here is, I'm not sure if you do it on Euro Extreme, but I'm pretty sure you do. You run around and you trigger the iframes. Yep, trigger the iframes for that.
No, on Euro Extreme you box because you won't make it to the elevator in time. Because he sees you faster.
Oh yeah, that's true. And so you get out. Now this escape requires a chaff grenade and 2 tranquilizer rounds to be perfect. 1. Oh, actually, it's more than 2. I lied. It's 4.
No, you can. You don't have to trank that third guy. I just did for safety.
So yeah, you just jump through here, and now we're on the bridge. Ooh. Yeah, so this time you do have to roll to create a place to get across. You take out the cipher. Okay, he's down. Now come across. By the way, stepping on a mine on this bridge will instantly cause an alert, so you lose for that. This time we go back to the warehouse for the very last time. Pick up the sniper rifle.
For 1 in general, to be honest.
Sorry?
We're about to say goodbye to show 1.
Oh yeah, but we actually come back to show 1 for a very brief period of time.
Oh, yeah, that's
Alright, so it's alright, Raichu bonks the guy. Oh, nice, you avoided damage. So out the door we go.
A repair, I've left that connecting bridge. What am I doing? There's no safe.
Yeah,
I kind of left a bit of a tree panel gap, and I can't remember if I can clear a tree panel gap.
I think you're okay.
This is tricky because
you can just play it safe and hang.
I'm not gonna hang. I'm gonna sidle along. If I lose big boss before then, I'd probably just chance the roll to be the hell with it. But if I'm on big boss,
oh, yeah, you can start across and spam equip. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so we're just gonna run across this bridge. The caution causes both those guys to be down on the bottom floor. For are you gonna hold? Nope. So Raichu's not gonna wait for the caution to end to get this guard rotation. You don't need to, do you? Oh yes, this guy.
The only reason you have to hold off on entering strut D is if the caution's literally about to expire, because the backup guard who knows.
Oh, he'll leave. He'll try and leave. Yeah.
He's leaving the same way I'm coming, so he'll catch me.
So now we're gonna go do another case of destroying the controllers for some C4 on a bridge. And so, how many is there on your extreme? 1, 2, 3. Pentasmine.
Just gonna do the ciphers now in case I get continued. Can slow you down.
These ciphers are a joke. Last time I watched Raichu do this, he completely shot there and it blew him up anyway. If you accidentally shoot the cipher, all of the C4 will blow up and you'll get an instant game over. And there's one below you as well. You got to take a couple of shots at this one and get the bird to go away. And there's one more. 2 more? One more. 2 more. Oh yeah, behind the flag. There's one behind the flag, but you get that last, which means you have the PSG one out, or do you do it with the pistol?
I do it with the pistol.
Oh, god damn it, auto aim.
Right, I'm not gonna listen to anybody for a few minutes while I do Harrier.
All right, so this boss fight is a pain. I hate this boss fight. Nobody really does like the boss fight. This is Harrier, and so at the very start, the quickest strat is to get 5 shots straight off the bat. So you'll do 3 when he's stationary, 1 when he's flying over the top of you, and you'll catch him for the last shot as he's going behind shell 1. So see if you can get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, Raichu got the 5-shot start, I think. Nope, 4. He got 4. The last one didn't land. So we'll wait here. You'll be able to get 2 shots in here. But oh wait, on your extreme you can only do 1 because he's so much faster. And you'll catch one on behind. He will do like a really weird flip and speed up, but it'll actually get that 2nd shot. Very nice. And the 3rd. Also, you'll notice that the particle effects from stinger shots make the game lag out something fierce. This is a console thing. This does not happen on the PC version. Alright, so this is what we call the dire shot. Or, wait, no, it's not. I lied. I lied to you all. Nani? So this is what we call the dire shot. It's going to be a blind shot. Harry's going to fly over after this little cutscene, and Raichu should be able to get 2 shots into him. So the first one you fire straight away, and for some reason you, like, lock on. He did get both shots, which is good. Sets the cycle for him to fly around. You'll pick up the ammo, and then wait here for him to fly at you. 1 more shot, and then hang over the railing with after 2 shots. Or he'll iframe it, either. He didn't even iframe it. Ooh. It's called you an idiot. Actually, you might actually get it before the missile phase. So he's going to appear right in front here. And it's going to take 3 shots for Raichu to end this fight. And so you have to iframe these missiles because they come at you at such a silly speed. So, and now you should be able to get the last 2 shots in. Alright, so that's Harrier. That's a pretty good Harrier, aside from missing the 5-shot start.
Basically on point, to be honest. As far as 4-shot Harriers goes, that was good.
Exactly, so what you didn't get to see is the Metal Gear of this game. Metal Gear Ray kind of goes a bit berserk.
Yeah,
and
needs a Harrier.
Does some damage. Does need a Harrier.
The whole big show.
Yeah, and he really does do some nasty work to this bridge. Which this roll is a no. Raichu, did you just?
Yeah.
You lost Big Boss to the bridge roll.
Yeah. Oh, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's alright.
There's a visual cue, Raichu.
Look, I knew the angle. I knew I was going to die the minute I started rolling this. I even said
yeah,
like, I don't like this angle.
Yeah, you were far to the left, but it's all right. So we can hopefully skip a little cutscene with a good roll here, which Raichu has. You need to land on that one particular pile that doesn't fall down.
Yeah, the timing, like the movement, is very strict on that. It's not
Raichu,
even that big of a deal. It's like
you're
a half
very
second.
brave. You're very brave. That roll across the bridge. I still dying is the strat. That jump is pretty iffy. But Raichu once rolled through solid terrain on this little bridge where he rolled, so I thought he still had PTSD from this.
Dude, you linked the video for the fun of it.
No, I'm too
Holy
lazy.
shit. I almost fell off.
Whoa,
I almost did a Pythonicus.
you did a pipe. Whoa, Jesus.
Did you see he was about to go?
Yeah, he was almost gonzo there.
Okay. Yeah, that. Funnily enough, Jag actually, I think, died to that same bridge roll that I just died to in his GDQ run. So maybe it's just a marathon thing.
Jag died a few times in his DQ run, but
I mean, look, if
that
I
was
get
more,
a
that was more an
continue,
audio
I'll be
issue.
pretty happy. I'm going to tell you what.
Alright, we throw a chaff grenade so we can get across the bridge without being shot. Because, fun fact, ciphers can shoot you mid-roll.
No, this
Would you
isn't
say
the
that
best.
this is not the best? That's Metal Gear Solid 3.
It is, isn't it, though?
It's Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, I agree. Like, that's one thing I can agree with now. I love MGS3. I love MGS3 too much to speedrun it properly, if you know what I mean. Like, to seriously speedrun it, because I feel like I might start to test it a little bit.
Well, exactly like when I first started speedrunning games, yeah, Snake Eater, that's it. When I first started speedrunning games, when I was speaking to, there's a video game bar here in Sydney where I live, and the manager speedruns some game talking about when I first got into speedrun. It's like, never ever speedrun a game that you have a good life, because it will destroy it. And so, this is why I speedrun MGS2, because out of the first three, it's my least favorite, but I don't dislike it. It's not like I don't like the game, it's just my...
Yeah. You prefer MGS1 and 3 over this, like, which is fair. And I'd be the same, to be honest. I love MGS2. I mean, I have to love it. I couldn't spend as much time playing this game if I didn't. But I can't love it as much as MGS1 or 3.
I mean, what I do like most, I think this oh, Raichu, you missed the nick.
Yeah, water hitboxes, dude.
Water hitboxes are broken. So just because it looked like he did something bad there, there is at one point, and I think Raichu was watching this run, where I swum straight through the Nikita and it just didn't pick up for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've had on the Harrier. I've been standing, my leg has been in the Harrier, in the Stinger missile box, and he doesn't pick it up. Like, I stand there. The thing is, I'm on top of it. I haven't picked it up.
Do you have to be in the actual dead center of the box that rotates?
So we're trying to stun to wake the president up.
Yeah, there's a couple of ways you can do this. The stun is the easiest and the fastest way. You throw it in the corner there. President has fallen asleep, and if you don't wake him up, this missile that you'll shoot through the vents will kill him.
So just like MGS1 before, we have a big elaborate Nikita.
Except this is actually harder than MGS1.
And if he falls over, he dies.
Yeah, we don't need him to trip. If we need him to duck. Okay, he
has
ducked.
to duck or run away from the panel, one or the other.
Yeah, but if he
falls down
if
at
he
the
trips,
panel, he's going to die.
yeah, he
Which
dies.
is ridiculous. Bro.
And I also did a run where twice I don't run this far into your extreme yet. I'm still learning it, but on the difficulty that I run, he will sometimes just like purposely like martyr himself in front of that missile because you go in from a completely different angle. So he'll just run in front of it. Like he'll try and hug the missile. It doesn't work very well.
After skipping a ton of codex, we're getting some more.
Yeah, exactly. This is the longest scene of codex in the whole game. If you combine these two, although Emma has a little bit. I took these for 2 years ago.
Thing is, MGS1 kind of took the piss with codecs. MGS2 followed suit. They fixed it in MGS3, which was one of the big favorable points with critics and what have you, was how they sorted out all the codecs and stuff. They're like, there's not as many.
Yeah, and there's and the codecs in MGS3 kind of matter, whereas in MGS2, the people will call you just to talk shit.
I mean, for Christ's sake, at the very start, you get a call.
Do you want to save?
You just end the codec on top of strut A, and then within half a minute, you get another one. It's like, what? You go onto the AB bridge, here's a codec. You get into strut B, some more codec. It's like, it's never ending almost at the start.
Yeah, so we're gonna try swim glitch here. This is the second and the hardest glitch of the game. This glitch, if you one cycle it, will save 18 seconds. If you don't one cycle it, you generally lose time. Point. So basically,
you don't gain as much.
Yeah, so basically the idea is you get stuck on the corner here and you rise. Actually, Raichu, this is a pretty good swim glitch, man.
Yeah, 2 cycle, or 1.5 cycle almost, I guess.
And you'll be able to clip through the floor, and because the game never intended you to get up there, they didn't bother to make the ceiling there solid. And now you just gotta swim over to the door, and you'll hit the loading zone. You come up.
Kind of swim your head above the vamp room, so you just kind of spawn in. So it's like.
What happens if you do this before the president? I'm assuming you soft lock the game.
Yes, soft lock in this room because you can't get out again because you need the level 4 card to leave.
So basically, what we'll do now is we'll just hang here and wait for Vamp to come out, and the famous Metal Gear Solid Infinite Punching will come to tuition here. We just need Vamp to come and try and slash at our hands, which Raichu will cancel out by using iframes, and you don't want to get slashed because you did not. He didn't.
Just FYI.
Yeah, he didn't mean to do the 3 kicks there because you just want to try and keep him there. You can do it in 1 cycle, but Raichu's going to be aiming for 2 here. It's kind of a shame to see this boss fight get cheesed so much.
He's been a real doofus today.
Wow, he didn't slash at you. Because this particular boss fight is so well done for a casual point of view. It is such a well-designed fight.
And I ruin it then by doing this.
Yeah, and then on lower difficulties we ruin it even more. He doesn't even get to jump into the water. And also that... Okay, there we go. This is what we wanted to do. We wanted to keep him slashing at us, and as you kind of just clip through him when you punch. You can get 8 or 9 punches in before you have to move again.
Yo, I got the fast kick.
Alright, so if you knock him down at the end, the game fades to white quicker because the idea is that fade is supposed to end when he hits the floor. But when you knock him down, he falls faster because he doesn't have to jump into the water. He falls into it.
The fast fade or fast ending or whatever. You have to hit him. You have to finish the fight with Raiden's second kick of his combo. Not the first kick. It has to be the second.
It has to be the one that knocked him down. Yeah.
Which
so
is silly, but whatever.
We're gonna pick up some body armor here. We'll need that for later on. It is essential.
I almost turn around so I'm gonna do a bloody mine.
Oh Jesus! Does the mine one-shot you, doesn't it?
Yes.
It one-shots you in your opinion. So Emma is in this locker, and sometimes I'm not sure if it was just this one time, but one time I entered this room and it just refused to respond.
Weird. Did you not open the locker, or?
Sorry?
Did you open the locker?
Yeah. I was like, it just wouldn't do anything. I had to leave the room and come back in again.
Fuck.
I don't know what happened because Emma was definitely in the locker. Because if you knock on the locker, she squeals. All right, so now we have to swim, but we have the company of Emma Emmerich, which is Otacon's sister and my wife. Anyone can argue with me over a marital status, but you're wrong. But sadly, But sadly, my wife has been drugged and she can't walk without holding somebody's hand. My wife is indeed digital.
No harm in
Actually,
that.
my wife is the voice actor, Jennifer Hale. I love her like voice acting work, but so yeah, you should Google it. Some Japanese dude married some chick in VR. So this is one questionable thing. Yeah, you can look that up after actually. This is one real questionable thing is why they didn't just put these two lots of these cut scenes together into one. Because like you drag her across the and like, oh boy, we better have another chat. It's been a while.
I wonder actually was that a loading thing? Maybe
I
there might be a
don't
good
think
reason for it.
there's no good reason for it.
Maybe
There's
it's
no
false.
good reason. Just bit of backstory about why Emma has a fear of water. So because we glitched out the game, this door is not open. We have to open it. Luckily, the game lets us open it from the wrong side. And
Interesting. It would actually have refused that as well, considering that that door should have been open before.
yeah.
It's just as well, I guess. They put a
Did you notice that the shadow for the PSG-1T stays after you pick it up, still spinning?
you do with this.
Or right and just headbutted a mine? Yeah.
You wouldn't swim up for some reason. Oh lord, I love swimming in this game.
Jacko! Jacko!
Yeah, I lost. Now, luckily, the two continues I have had so far haven't lost like major time.
Yeah, exactly right.
Max. No big deal.
Here, when you pick up the PSG-1T and you swim down, look, the shadow stays spinning.
I can't stop because I'm all around.
No, you see it on you as you go down. Like, you
Sure,
don't
that's
have
not the stinger ammo box.
is there a stinger ammo box down there? You don't- Hard to see.
Alright, Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, the swimming in this game was like tacked on. Like I feel like the original plan was not to have Raiden swim. Yeah, so basically the only constraint here is we don't want Emma's health bar to fall below the A in her name. Because then every time you let go of her, she will start sitting down.
Go on.
And yeah, she will sit down and like I said, my wife's in
a
a
little bit here.
yeah, so this is why I am not friends with Raichu. He bashes my wife every time he does this run.
Well, I'm gonna have to. Start. She won't deal with the bugs.
Well, you can do it properly and scare the bugs away with the coolant.
Will I? Fuck. So I'm gonna try for teleportation.
Teleportation is... We don't know if this saves time on console. It definitely does on PC, but on console it does not. Oh, you bumped her the wrong way, dude.
Oh my god, Emma, please go against the wall. So now I'm definitely not saving time, but I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, that'll do.
That should work. Okay, basically the idea is you want to bump her as close to the wall as possible, because the way Emma works is if you leave a room without her, she will go to one of X amount of default spots where you can find her, whichever is closest to the position you left her in. If you do this right, she will teleport into the room that the president was in. And that means you don't have to drag her all the way.
Oh, well, God, that's cool.
All the way around. Okay, so we got it.
And I should know, actually, irrespective of whether loads are counted towards IGT or not, this still saves time over just bringing her to the door normally, but it doesn't save time over getting the two bumps. The cutscene bump on the stairs to skip the elevator, and then the bump into this door. But I'm not doing that because I can soft lock.
Yeah, if you bump Emma into the load zone, and then follow her through, you can make her spawn closer to the exit to this bridge. But if you mess it up and she's not far enough in the load zone, she will just cease to exist. She will She falls outside the solid floor beyond the load zone, and you'll never be able to retrieve her, and your game and run is done for.
Happened to Pythonicus during a marathon run. Not a marathon, sorry, a tournament race. I'm gonna show off the dancing guard here quickly, just because.
Stuck boy. So basically, I can explain Stuck Boy. So because you threw the guy that saw you, but because you threw a chaff grenade, there he is. Because you threw the chaff grenade, he can't actually radio, like for help, and so generally the game has got it coded so the guards will run to a safe place, and like do their thing. But because that guy literally has nowhere to run, the game gets a bit confused, and he just runs endlessly into a fence.
And he'll do that forever. He'll never stop. I've shot him like in the leg and stuff, and he's just like topping towards it with his leg hanging off, and it's like, Jesus Christ. So now
And
gets
so-
the quietest part of the room.
Yeah, we get to the chill part. This is, I guess I should donation for this part.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Money.
Because sniping is pretty lax. Like,
Chill.
it's not too bad. Like, there is stuff to do on Extreme, or European Extreme, more to the point.
Oh, there's lots to do, but it's nothing really to talk about. It's just, I'm just shooting things. That's...
Yeah. Helps if I click on the right Discord. Okay, so no new donation as yet, but Raichu's going to clear out some mines here. Also, for some reason, in all versions except Sons of Liberty PS2, the thermal goggles do this, where it's super bright blue and red. Oh yeah, that hitbox is broken, by the way.
Oh, screw it, I'll deal with it later.
Please, hitbox, just crouch.
Yeah, I'll probably do it when I get. I'm worried about the guard seeing Emma, so.
Oh yeah, if the guard sees Emma, she will get scared and like sit down, duck cover. And if Emma gets shot too many times. Oh, she's been drugged. That's the reason she's like tired. She's not tired because she's like lazy. She's been drugged. Oh,
Yeah, she was given drugs so she can't walk.
and she's basically forced to work on programming. There we go. So the mine is down. We clear out the bridge worth of mines.
I almost had that mine and like 10,000 been kicked out, and I was like, nope. I'm gonna go back here to verify they're all gone. 'Cause...
Yeah, I don't know how Raiden doesn't end up accidentally ODing on Phantasmine in the scene.
Oh, I'll tell you one thing.
Because you need to take, what, like 8 pills or something like that? To get through this?
Yeah, you take about 8 usually. About a pack and a half. Optimally, anyway.
So, essentially what I was saying before, the thermal goggles on this game are bright blue, but on the American version of Sons of Liberty on PS2, they're the classic red, and it's a bit easier on the eyes.
Oh, all versions of PS2 Sons of Liberty are red. Substance introduced this bloody more realistic nonsense.
I don't want more realistic, I like my retinas.
Well, yeah, that's why it's horrible. Can you shoot the birds? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can shoot the birds. If you shoot enough birds, Rose will call you and get angry and refuse to let you save the game until you apologize to her. Also, the birds can actually like body block shots.
Oh yeah, the birds are a real nuisance.
If you're when you're taking out the controllers for the lasers on the Shell 1-2 bridge, it's not all that uncommon for a bird to block your shot. Or Emma just got let my wife get shot.
I was more interested in the guards that are about to appear.
I stay up until 2 AM to commentate your runs, and you let my wife get shot by a flying drone.
By a flying gun camera that really shouldn't exist. What the f-
What is going on? Where's the guard?
Oh my lord.
Wow. My wife's taking a beating.
Yeah. I'm kind of concerned about the health now for Vamp 2, but...
It's alright. As long as she doesn't get shot again, you'll be fine.
She shouldn't. Well, all the guards are dealt with now. It's just I just have to deal with ciphers. So this is, I get to kind of relax now.
Yeah, right. This is like the part in my run where I will talk to chat. Shot.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about really. It's just shoot some ciphers and what have you. And the ciphers spawn on a global timer.
They spawn based on... No, they're not a global timer. They're based on Emma's position. Because if Emma gets stuck somewhere for getting shot, they won't spawn any sooner. Tell me your name. What? Wait, pull out the D mic. See if... yeah, my name's Iridescent. Pull out the D mic. See if you can get Snake to hit on Emma.
Oh, sure, Snake's not here yet. He doesn't come till like...
Oh, yeah, right. He doesn't come until near the end because he's useless. Can that guard actually see Emma?
He can on... He can, look at menu. He can when she's here. He comes back around this side and he'll see her.
Oh, okay. Raichu sounds better. Yeah, Raichu's not a bad name, but my name means rainbows. Raichu, new Pokemons.
Raichu. Irichu.
I say Raichu was cool until they made a Alolan Raichu.
Oh, listen. I don't even acknowledge that exists, to be quite honest.
It's alright, you can speedrun Pokemon.
I wouldn't want speedrun Pokemon.
No, me neither, fuck that.
Sounds like a fucking nightmare, to be honest.
And considering, like, the best Pokemon speedrunner in the world is also Australian, I should, like, just go to his house and ask for help. Are you IRL friends? No, we're from across the world. I mean, I guess we could call it... Well, no, we've never met each other. He's in Ireland, I'm in Australia. I met Raichu through MGSR, which is the Metal Gear Solid speedrunning community, and we've become pretty okay mates since. Oh, you're Canadian. Nice. I mean, basically what happens is he streams, I come and I give him shit for the whole run. I get made mod for it.
Uh-oh. I'm not equipping there.
You don't have any bullets left for... There you go. That was close. The Roth. I've never heard of him. I don't... There you go. We use to spam Vamp's legs, by the way. If Raichu can...
Yeah, he has no iframes on his legs. Uh-oh. How did I not lose... What?
I don't know, the stream froze for a second. Okay, cool.
Like, she had, like, basically 1 HP.
Yeah, the Emma sniping is 7.5.
6.5. No, 5.5.
I always let her get seen by everywhere, so it costs me half. But no, it's 5.5 minutes, and it's done now, and we're very close to the end of the run. I don't know what the timer is at, but I'm assuming right now we're at about hour.
An hour 6 for me on the stream.
There you go. I was just guessing based on your like position. I wasn't too far off. So there's this one guard left. He's been chilling, listening to music. So he doesn't actually know that this place is about, we'll say, 162 seconds away from just collapsing.
I don't like that idea, that roll, so I'm not gonna take it.
Take the roll, Raichu.
Oh,
you can roll that. You can roll that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could have done. Oh well, whatever. I'll know for next time. Just better play it safe, because I don't want to like bloody lose about 2 minutes. Because I'll lose a lot more time if I get to continue there, because I'll get put back to the
yeah, it's the same on Very Easy too, and actually it's the only place where the room is not the checkpoint. It is this part here. Alright, so we're done with the big shell now. Lacking at work. So we're done with the big shell now, and so basically Raiden's been betrayed. Quote unquote. So, by the way, Otacon has the worst luck ever because my wife just died, and so his sister dead. Everyone Otacon loves dies. So there's that. So, you know, Wolf, Sniper Wolf died, Emma dies. Sunny runs away and joins NASA.
Yeah,
Alright, so
Anaconda doesn't have a great time.
this torture, you can't die here. It's impossible to die. Even if you don't mash, Raichu's mashing anyway. I don't know.
No, I'm not mashing, I'm just tapping the button. Because I did happen once that he lost a bit of health. And because Olga takes away some health when she hits me, I like to keep as much health as I can for thing going on.
Anyway, I thought you couldn't actually lose health at all.
I don't know. Apparently, I did lose health once. I know for a fact. So I don't mash. I just tap triangle really kind of slow.
Basically, what's supposed to happen there is you're not supposed to be able to lose health. Now, Olga is gonna, you know, tell us that she was the ninja, and she's helping you out. You know, she's gonna punch you in the man. Actually, it's not even that. She's pretty sure she just gut punched you.
No, she punches you in the dick.
Oh yeah, that's right in the dick.
Except Raiden doesn't have one.
Raiden doesn't. Okay, so you don't get to see it on the HD collection pack. But because there'll be a black bar, but on the PC version, or is it just PC or is it any substance?
No, it's PC because the widescreen hack.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so the widescreen hack that we use to run this game in a proper difficulty gets rid of the black bar below his waist, so Raiden does not have it.
Yeah, it's just blank down there. God bless him.
He's just alone.
He's not covering himself, you know, to be decent. He's covering his shame.
He's hiding the fact that he's not a real man. Except in Japanese, he's a real man in Japanese.
Right in Japanese, sounds
Also-
like serious than they're good.
Also, Tengus are blind. These ninja guys, they're far more useless than actual guards. So you can just roll past him and go upstairs. This is the quickest route. So we'll go here, we'll cross the bridge. Also, we're going to get spammed with calls here because Colonel is not real. And so Raichu helped Emma upload a virus into Arsenal gear, which has caused him to spaz the crap out. So he's gonna call us saying some real weird stuff. At one point, his
play the scissors call if I get it. Well, because it's in Japanese, no one will know.
Some of these calls in the English version are also in Japanese, such as reading at the train station.
And funnily enough, Gray Fox in MGS1 that knows
Reads at the same train station. He reads at the same train station.
I think those are like the train lines or the stations Kojima stopped at on his way to work before when he was in college or something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's something to do with that.
It was the train lines he used to catch to get from his house to Konami's office, where he was working on Metal Gear Solid 1.
There you go.
And so, also I like how they added physics to Raiden's dog tags. Something we never knew we needed. Alright, so we're gonna wait. You need to wait for 5 calls. The 6th one will always be Rose. You need to listen to her jabber to... but some of the funny things that, like, Colonel does do, at one point his portrait glitches out, and his face, like his jawbone becomes inverted, and Raichu will never...
What a fine figure of a man.
I like how he, like, breathes on you and it f***s up like your first person.
Back in a second.
Oh yeah, so basically after one swing of the blade, you just have to wait. Nothing you can do to speed this up. You just stand around. If you want, you can go whack Snake with the high frequency sword, knock him out, and steal his dog tags. But that's no good to us because it's slow. Although,
He doesn't have any on Euro Extreme anyway.
really?
No, you don't get any items on Euro Extreme from the guard. But sometimes you can. I think they drop ammo, but there's no dog tags on the Extreme.
Okay.
That's only on Extreme. Snake has
But
really cool sunglasses, actually. I like those sunglasses.
Yeah, they're better. They're better than Ryan and Orange.
That's just
Also,
a long snake.
although more amusingly is the one time Raichu accidentally hit Snake and he chased Raichu got chased by Snake way to the 2 fight.
Well, yeah, he'll chase you like to the end of the earth. He won't stop till he gets you.
Also, Ryan just got given this blade and he can magically block bullets. Like he's just learned to become proficient ninja in 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Got about 5 minutes ago, and Jesus, he's a bloody expert.
And of course, if you play Metal Gear Rising, which is what I run, hint hint, he's even more of a ninja. All right, we're gonna throw some stun grenades here. We need at least 5. We're gonna sit in the box. Now we throw them procedurally as we run down, and the reason we stun these guys, oh, one guy stayed up. That might be a problem.
Not the biggest deal in the world.
So we throw that, and we'll throw 2 more. And what will happen is, if that one lands on properly, you will lean against the wall and you will punch. Okay, that was really scary.
Just gonna stop.
Okay, so your foot goes through the wall here, and you hit the load zone from the door, other side of the door. You can just skip the fight. You can skip this fight too, and this is part of an anti-soft lock measure that this particular room incorporates. So what you'll see him do is you'll punch a guard and then pick him up in a chokehold and drag him away. And is Snake using the M4 or the USP?
M4.
Okay, so he spawned with the M4, which is good. So we'll just sit here with this guard and we'll choke him. We'll try and keep him alive as long as possible. And a feature that this room incorporates is to stop the game from soft locking, because you're supposed to kill a certain amount of Tengus. If a Tengu stays alive far longer than expected, the game will progress, just in case a Tengu gets glitched out and doesn't jump down from up the top where they come from, or gets stuck where you can't kill them. So, but you can only do this on Euro Extreme, because otherwise Snake kills things too fast. And by the time you try and drag the guy in here, Snake will just kill him.
And it's nothing to do with Snake killing him before you get him in here. He'll fall asleep too fast. You can't choke him for long enough, like.
So you'll see, hopefully, if all goes well, in about... Did you mess it up?
No.
Nope. Okay. I've never seen somebody, like, just let go of the guy and run away before. Alright, so this here is a lot of this waffling on about, you know, how Jack is a child soldier and tried to run away from it, etc., etc. It explains how he knew, you know, that the Patriots were involved. Be right back. No matter what you do, you can't stop this monologue, even menuing. Pausing will stop the monologue, but you can menu. Menuing won't stop the monologue, so he will just talk and talk and talk, no matter what. And you can't progress until he finishes his speech. Also, if somebody donates $1, I'll sing the credits song, the Hulk song. Trust me, you want that.
You can't pause here. You can't open codex, you can't do anything.
Oh, okay. Didn't even. Generally, I thought I thought pausing would stop it because it stops everything, including IGT. But
I mean, like, you can't pause, you can't open the codex. Unfortunately.
Raichu, I put an incentive out. If somebody donates $10, I'll sing all of the credits song, all 7.5 minutes of the credits song.
9.5. My headphones are
No,
going in.
but there's only 7.5 lyrics. There's 7.5 lyrics. Skip the cutscene, Raichu. What are you doing? Alright. This is Ray's. Don't be surprised if Raichu doesn't speak. This is a bitch. Need you as host. Me hosting, I'm going to bed after this. It's like 2:15 a.m. But basically, the whole point of this fight is that you need to do 20 health bars worth of damage to the Rays. You don't have to kill 20. But, but you have to do 20 health bars worth of damage, and you have to be super careful because that happens. And because Raichu's health is less than favorable, anything at this point is going to one-shot him. So, except for the bullets won't one-shot him because he has body armor on, but the lasers will. That bed message. Me going to bed after this. Dude, like I said, it's 2:16 a.m. I haven't... What? No, Raichu might be restreaming, but Iridescence is not. Raichu is the Irish one, Iridescence is the Australian one. So, what Raichu's going to try and do here is he's going to manipulate the Rays in such a way that he can keep them under control and still stand on where the ammo pack spawn. And the idea is you shoot the Ray in the leg, which will cause its mouth to open, which is the highest, like, its weak point, where you'll do the most damage. If you thought Emma sniping feels like it goes forever, you should wait till the end of this bit. Alright, so there's missiles coming in that Raichu will roll out of the way of. And the annoying things about Rays is that the ones you've already depleted the health bar of, they will stumble around for a bit, and they can block shots onto the Rays you want to be doing damage to. But you know you're roughly done when you look at the Ray numbers, and they're about E. They're in the E's, so we're in the B's at the moment. There you go. The dead Ray blocked the shot. All good dodge, Raichu to dodge out of those missiles that home in. Alright, knee, face is pretty much the way we'll go here. Alright.
Jesus.
Oh my god, it blocked another one. Oh no! That's But yeah, so somebody has to donate $10, Raichu, and I'll sing the song. My voice is not as good as hers.
Want to do the Ray loop that I'm used to doing. Forget it. It's not worth trying to. No, that was a nice shot.
Yeah, that one that you curved around was real good. Oh! That one that chased the Ray that jumped up onto the stage, though. Alright, we're into bees. And I won't lie, this is... Where'd you get health? Oh my god, he's right in your fucking face. Alright, so, this is the most infuriating part because if you die or get stuck on this in a run, generally we refer to it as Raise Hell. Luckily, because we're on UR Extreme, our bleeding health is significantly lower than any other difficulty, so we can recover a lot faster, which is what allows Raichu there to survive a shot from the bullets, that and the body armor. But the laser, you won't survive the laser. I'm gonna meet at the seas. Alright. So we're about halfway through the raise, give or take. Right, we're getting real close now. We're up to the last D. Once we get to E, Raichu's just going to be trying to do as much damage as fast as possible to get this fight to end. Yeah, this spot is, like I said, like to be referred to as Raise Hell. Like, to the fact that you have to do 20 health bars worth of damage to them is quite a task, especially with the amount of damage they do. And the fact that you have to track at least 3 at any given time. So even like an experienced runner like Raichu, they get caught up in this part from time to time. And the idea of this is not only do you want to be standing on one of the points where ammo will infinitely spawn, but you also want to be a certain distance away from the Ray on the stage, and not too far away or not too close, to try and manipulate the fact that if he does get off an attack, it's only the machine gun attack and not the laser or the missiles. Alright, so we're into the E's now. A couple more to go.
Finally.
Alrighty, so that's 20 Ray's health bars.
Jesus Christ, I was worried I was going to get stuck in Ray's hell. I'm really pissed about that last deck because I'm pretty sure that Ray that got me was dead when he attacked.
So a little bit of fun fact: you never want to do PAL European Extreme on PS2 for this next part, because this choking torture goes for 65, and you have to mash at least 8 times a second for 65, 9 times a second.
But that's just to lose no health though. We will preferably still come underestimate if I'm really lucky. I just hope I'm not over it. That's
Him at one. Yes. Alright, so we get into the last fight now, which is the most anti-climactic final Gear Solid game, shy of Metal Gear Solid 5.
The game with the Rays.
Sorry?
The game should have ended with the Rays.
This fight doesn't need to exist. It's not as bad as like Soul Thranthropus. This bad.
And I saw Strider said, you know, rough spot is rough. He's like, yeah. Like the Rays isn't too bad, but when the Rays get you, you can kind of descend into Ray hell where you just can't seem to get out. It's all just going bad.
They just sure.
I guess I'll put my headphones back in and do softness.
So Solidus has a fairly similar loop to what you saw in Metal Gear Solid 1, with solid snake, liquid snake. Except there's a little bit more to it in the combo, but it's essentially punch, hit with the sword, and you'll stagger lock him. You can just continuously rinse and repeat that. So you'll block the first few, then you'll move to his right side, hit twice that he'll block, and then you'll just.
Keep.
The only issue with where Raichu is currently doing the loop is if you make a slightly too far move, that happens. I do like the music for Solid Fight though.
Oh my lord. Oh, by the way, the time will be on the last hit on Solidus, just for Strizer.
Yeah, I'll call time, but it'll be pretty apparent. High frequency blade is what the HF actually stands for. But yeah. The sword vibrates a lot.
Solidus, please.
And before credits freeze. Wait, you're not me. Oh, he fell over. That's alright, he done. If he dashes at you, it's not so bad. You don't really lose any time. It's if he like does the 3 dashes away from you and around, really cop it. Alright, Strizer, time's coming up.
Enough time.
And time is now.
Put some pretty close, I'm just gonna watch it. Thanks, Manic.
This cutscene is so over-exaggerated. Like, look at that. Raiden's a flippin' ninja, and he's had that sword for all of 20 minutes.
Apologies about the Ray nonsense. I wouldn't mind, but I practice Rays. I made a point of practicing the Rays, and whatever.
It's a marathon.
Yo, it's my stealth edge.
Gay stealth.
Creator of Swing Glitch.
One man who loves this game so much that he will stay on a single part for 13 hours to prove a point.
Actually, okay, I'm giving Edge a shout out. Because I'm abusing my mod powers when I'm doing it. Because if you like MGS2 and you want to follow me, please do, by the way. Make sure you also follow Stealth Edge and Iridescence. Both of them are fabulous MGS2 runners. Thanks for the GG's, guys.
Yeah, we all have our fair share of running MGS, regardless of which game. I do like how Solidus dies on the the statue of. It's either is it George Washington? I don't know much about
I
America.
think so, yeah. Well, that was fun.
Shame about the raise, but oh well.
The rest of the run was pretty good, I think.
Next minute, it's actually a statue of Big Boss in disguise.
Oh, rip. The donation link's not working. Hey, thanks, man, for the shout out, man. Yeah, so if you like Metal Gear Solid 2, follow me on the Twitch. On the twitch.tvs. Because I do
It might be, dude. It might be Lincoln. To be honest, neither of us Americans, so I don't know. I could tell you if it was the Queen because she's ugly. No.
Oh, I think that's George Washington.
I'm pretty sure it's George Washington. Yeah, it is. That's
Yeah,
definitely George Washington.
That's not Lincoln. Lincoln doesn't have a statue. He has a big chair he sits